How's it going, everyone? We are back. It is Jet Tila, Ali Tila.
Hello.
Facebook Live, Friendsgiving edition. We initially planned on having Simon Majumdar join us, but due to technical difficulty, you're going to be stuck with Ali and I. I'm so sorry ahead of time. So here we go. Check it out. We cooked an extra turkey just for you, by the way, to show you how to properly break down one of these. And if you've missed all the other videos, we've done cranberries already. We've done how to brine, and this one was roasted at 325, full convection, until the internal temperature of 165. And don't move out, I'll come to you. You need a thermometer. Do not cook turkeys without a thermometer. All right. So there you go. Allie's manning. Allie's on the 1, 2, 3s. Work it, work it, work it. And so she'll be the one who's going to be reading off the questions. All right, I'm just getting right into it. First of all, it's all about Friendsgiving, and the Tila household likes to give to one of our charities. Our favorite one is Canines for Warriors. This is Jet, by the way. I wanted you to meet Jet. All right. So Canines for Warriors is a great organization, and what they do is they train. First, they rescue dogs, all right, and then they actually train the dogs to be service dogs for our amazing veterans with PTSD, TBI, and military sexual trauma. So, so because of you, I am just the vessel. It's really because of all of you. We've got Jet. Yay! So check out caninesforwarriors.org and just do what you can. But that's who we love to support. And this holiday always reminds me of, hey, take an extra second and give to the charities or the people that mean a lot to you. And for us, it's Canines for Warriors. So there you go. Carving 101. I'm just going to kind of get right into it. And this is a baking pen. So do not freak out. This is not real ink. It's actually ink that's made of food coloring. Okay.
Well,
so, yes,
first we have a question. Where do you put the thermometer? Can you show us?
Yeah, that's a good one.
The proper insertion.
Whoa, Ali, this is a family show. All right. I like to take temperatures in two places. So in the thigh, in the deepest part of the thigh, the fleshy part, not in the bone. You don't want to touch bone. You want to touch meatiness, right? Like nothing but the meat. So take it easy, Ali. Ali's trying to get dirty. So I want it in there in the deepest part of the place. And another place I just checked. Anyway, no one really tells you to do this, but where I think the deepest center of the breast is, but not touching bone, I want like the fleshiest part. And then I'll check for 165 in two places. I'll pull it out and let it rest for at least half an hour. Okay, at least. So there you go. That's a good question. Here we go, Al. You want to get really tight? I want you to visualize the turkey, white meat and dark meat. All right, and the breast is basically two lobes. So I want you to think about it like a heart. This is exactly like a heart.
Aww.
Raw, and down the middle there is a breastbone, right? Like that. So the lobes are on either side of the breastbone. And then look, and this is going to be the wishbone up here. And then as we carve around, we're going to find the nice piece of breast, the entire lobe of breast. And I'll pull that first before I go to dark. Okay?
Where did you get these pens?
I get these pens online. They're good food color. They're FDA approved edible food coloring. So you can search on Amazon or whatever, but just look for food coloring markers, all right? Turkey information. This is a 12-pound diesel from our friends at West Coast Prime Meat. So watch. I'm just going to follow that line, and you'll very quickly be able to feel the bone, the breastbone. And I'm actually carving around two sides.
Jeep, yes, it's a food safe pen.
Oh yeah, I told her to calm down, Jeep. There we go. So watch. I'm going to follow this wishbone around. Okay, and look, wherever you meet resistance, just wiggle. Okay. So I'm just following the breastbone, and I'm doing this kind of like half, maybe like a quarter speed, so you kind of see what's going on inside. And then watch, once I've made the cut down to the bone, now come to the side, Al. Watch this. This is where that muscle, that breast muscle kind of lives on the side as it hugs the thigh. And watch what happens. Lifts right out. The entire situation hangs out. right there. Okay, pretty good, right? And then what I'll do is I'm gonna disconnect the thigh by just kind of finding that, you know, that part where, you know, if you're kind of like sprawled out doing yoga, sitting Indian style, opening your leg out, you would just kind of, oh, namaste, namaste, pop, and then the thigh bone is connected right here. And if you look on my board now, you have the leg and you have the thigh
Kayla
right
wants to
there.
know what your favorite kind of knife or what the best knife to use for this would be.
Yeah, that's a great question, Kayla. I use a slicing knife. If you notice, a thin blade, not too wide, and a straight edge, not a serrated edge. Okay. So now watch. I'll show you how to cut this up. The breast is the easiest part. You can shave away from the bird if you want, but I like taking it to the board. And so this is all right. This is kind of a perpendicular cut. Always angle it for me. Like we call this a bias slice. So nice thin bias slices, and I like to keep the knife moving to preserve the skin because I love to eat the skin. And then I just wanted to, these are about probably ½ inch thick slices, and the reason I keep them consistent and I'm slicing off the breast versus keeping the breast on the bone is because I could do this. So watch, I can push and then shingle. Right, and then I can bring the gravy action. So I'm just tucking, 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 and then with that first bit, you can watch. I usually just reverse this guy, and it makes it look like a nice deck of cards right there. And then I'll take it to the platter, little by little here. I know I'm trying not to cut Allison. That's what I'm trying not to take Allison out. Because I do like being married to her.
If you were mad at me, you should just say so.
Yeah, exactly. So there be the breast. Then here's how I break down the thigh. Flip it over so you can kind of see where the joint is. Anywhere you get a V naturally in an animal, like an armpit or a leg or a knee, you can kind of bring the knife right into that V because you know you're going to be close to the joint. And by pulling the two pieces apart, cutting that V, I probably could find that, and like I can hear it. See right there? It's literally right there. And if I can bring my knife between the V's, I've got the leg and the thigh totally separated from each other. Okay? Now, because this turkey's cooked, I can probably just run my knife along that thigh bone and just kind of pry it out. It all comes out pretty easily with a little twisting and manipulating. I'm trying to keep it together here. Right, just like that. Real simple. And this is called chef's privilege. This is what you do with that piece. I'm all dark. I only eat dark meat. All right. And then with the leg, there's a lot of connective tissue and tendons in the leg. So I just kind of loosely peel it apart. I don't want to get in there too deep because this is what happens. You get these guys. And these guys are really tough to eat through. So you don't want those guys. So you just want to kind of loosen up the meat there. Whatever falls off is going to be good. Whatever is hanging on is going to have a lot of these kind of tendons and connectors right there. So the leg here, I'm going to slice the thigh similar to how I slice the breast, keeping everything as uniform as possible. And it's really simple. I think the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Look at that, a thing of beauty.
And another thing, I wouldn't even mess with the leg. I usually leave the legs for visual impact, and they make for really funny Thanksgiving photos. You know what I mean? Like you want those giant people. You know, you kind of want one of these, right? Like you want this. This is in my opinion, the classic photo right here. So I kind of leave these because kids like to mess with them. You could hit your spouses or in-laws. I'm kidding. But that's it. I mean, obviously you could break this down, but you get it. The breast comes off in one lobe, the thigh comes off in one lobe, and the wing, remember anywhere there's a V. See, there's a natural V in there?
Let's take a look.
See, do you see the V? If I bring the knife along the V, look what happens. Oh, I found the joint, because the V always leads to an articulating joint. That's it. You can literally see that joint. So find your V, and you start to understand like how animals or birds are put together. They're pretty simple. There's another V, and there you go. You have a mini drum and a big drum. Wings are my favorite, so I usually keep these in the kitchen. I don't let you eat them because I eat those. There you go. Allie, any good questions out there? Anything going on? pretty simple. Thanksgiving turkey is one of the easiest things with a little bit of practice. How's it going? What's the dealio? You should flip it over.
Can you do that with an electric knife?
Yeah, totally. You know what? You can slice the breast and the thigh with an electric knife. Don't try to get all up in there and try to separate articulating joints with it. Real simple. You just need a very, very simple knife to do that. So there it is. Thanksgiving, Facebook style, Friendsgiving. Thank you very much, guys. Ali and I also shot how to basically break down a Valentine as well. We'll post it out there. Stay on our channel. We still have a lot of fun things for Thanksgiving. We have our live broadcast from the Burton's house as well this year. Every Thanksgiving we do that. And please stay in touch. Don't forget Canines for Warriors for Friendsgiving this year. Guys, have a phenomenal holiday. Yes, Allie.
Someone wanted to know also, what's your favorite holiday to cook?
Oh, you know what? All of them. Like, these two are great. I love cooking big hunks of animals. So Thanksgiving for turkey and Christmas, we're going to be doing prime rib in a few weeks on lives and on videos as well. So that's it from Allie. You want to do a flip over? Do you want you flip the thing over? Let's close this out. Yes. Why is it so close to me? Anyway, can you ship Iowa? Yes, Tori. For any amount of money, for huge gobs of money, we'll do anything you want. But it's legal, though. Legally, though. Legal. Exactly. So, all right. Best season to spruce up the skin. You know, I think brining is really good. And then any kind of dry rub you like. I cannot eat skin.
Yeah, what's the key to crispy skin? That nice golden brown crispy
That's a good
skin.
question.
What do you think?
After you pull the bird out of the brine, I want you to let it air dry in the fridge, uncovered, for at least 5 or 6 hours. That'll dry the skin out. You butter the skin. Once it goes into the oven, it makes a crispy skin. So there you go.
So brining for moisture and then
brining for moisture and drying the skin for crispiness. That's the real secret. So Lewis, if you're going to deep fry turkey, you don't want to brine. I would do a fat-based injection marinade. So you know how they're oil and butter-based marinades with a bunch of seasonings? Use that, you're better off, because fat and fat play together, water and fat. No bueno. No bueno. Anyway, Tori, a pregnant lady discount? Yes, you absolutely get one. Yeah, all right, guys, stay in touch. Ali Tila, Jet Tila, Thanksgiving turkey. Jet says thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
Jet says,
Jet the dog.
Thank you for giving the Canines for Warriors. All right, guys, go back to watch our brine videos, our cranberry videos, and have a phenomenal Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to
See you
Tila.
later. Bye.
Bye.